Chefs around the world are faced with a challenge not only to present food for the gram, but also to constantly invent and innovate. The different roles of a chef is among the topics in this year's Asian Culinary Exchange. Now, that is happening next week. And to tell us more about this, we have in the studio Chef Angelo Comsti, the organizer of the event, and restaurateur Nowie Potenciano, one of the panelists for the forum. Good morning, gentlemen, and thank you so much for being with us so early today. So now I'm going to talk to you first, Chef. The ACE, or the Asian Culinary Exchange, is happening already next week.
Yes.
So what can we expect?
On the 28th, we're going to have a forum. So I invited 3 foreign chefs, Asian chefs, to be part of a panel. We're going to talk about the new roles of a chef, because now they're expected not to just cook, but be socially responsible, environment friendly, and to take care of the staff too. So along with local chefs like Margarita Flores, Tatong Sardo, we're going to talk about industry issues.
So those would be the topics for the forum.
For the forum.
And then you also have...
On the next day, 29th, we're going to have a restaurant takeover. So the 3 chefs I invited, Kirk Westaway from Jaan in Singapore, Peggy Chan from Hong Kong, and Mano Tevar from Singapore. They're going to take over 3 local restaurants and do their food.
Wow.
Just for one night.
So which restaurants have you chosen? The restaurants that they have? Are you going to take over as well?
No, unfortunately
You're
not.
not going to do that.
I wish.
Jaan is going to be in Flame in Discovery Premia. Nectar of Peggy Chan will be in Foodie in BGC. And then Mano Tevar will cook in Your Local in Makati.
Before I go to Nowie, I want to find out what are the actual issues that the chefs are facing nowadays, and how different was it from maybe a few years ago? Or...
Well, with the likes of Rene Redzepi or Jose Andres, who are answering problems like lack of food for the people or food waste, the chefs are now forced to address these issues, not just cook in the kitchen.
Okay, so we were talking about earlier before we went on cam was the market sustainability and how to incorporate that in your kitchen, and then of course the food waste issues, and also another topic would be service
and kitchen welfare.
Kitchen welfare.
Like for the longest time, chefs have the issue of working long hours in the kitchen.
So why hold an event like this, where the chefs coming up to you and expressing their concern or grievances? Ano, bakit naman ganito? Ganyan. Ang hirap-hirap ngayon, di ba?
Well, aside from that, because we cut short the run of Madrid Fusion Manila, I wanted to excite and invigorate the industry, and at the same time, I want our chefs to learn from other chefs, most especially from our neighbors. That's why I'm flying in Asian chefs.
Okay, and of course, Nowie here, you're part of the panel.
Yes.
And your topic will be?
Sustainability in running restaurants and in food service in general.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what in your restaurants. You have lots of restaurants in Boracay. Okay, and you have also been able to survive, diba? Nag-close ang Boracay. Today is 1-year anniversary.
Yes, we're
so
happy to be here.
anniversary.
Yes,
so,
thank you.
So tell us the transition. What was it like when it closed, and how were you able to maintain your restaurant and bring it to where it is now?
Well, when the island closed, one thing we did was to try to help sustain our staff. That was one of the first things we did. And we did pop-ups in Manila, actually, to help provide some employment for our staff. So while the island was closed, they were working. And as we went back and the island reopened, we had to make sure that we really thought of how can we make sure our operations are better in terms of sustainability, because it is obviously something that people are demanding for. So
not only that, but it would also be the responsibility of like a chef or a restaurateur.
That's true. So some of the things that we did was we actively tried to reduce the amount of single-use plastics that we used both inside and outside the kitchen. We shifted our menu to more local produce. So our menu has changed from when when the island closed last year. And little things like we provide free filtered water to our guests so that they don't have to buy bottled water anymore. So these little things we're hoping make a big impact in terms of sustainability.
Okay, and for the Asian Culinary Exchange, is it open to the public? Who can watch?
For the forum, it's by invitation only.
Okay, I'm not invited.
But if you're from the F&B industry,
Yes.
do let me know. I can get you in.
Okay, so it's only upon invitation, and any like news that we can find or a website that we can keep up to date just in case I want to find out what actually went on?
I don't have a website, but you can follow me at foodwoodph in Instagram, and then we still have a few seats left for the restaurant dinner. So if you're interested to join,
okay, so
you can call the restaurant and they can reserve a seat for you.
okay, so wonderful. So you have to be like a restaurateur, or you have to be in the industry. You have to be in the industry to be able to be part of this wonderful exchange. Well, thank you so much, and we hope you're going to have another one. It seems to be a trend, and it
this
seems.
is year 2, so hopefully we'll have another one.
Well, we wish you all the best, Chef
Thank
Angelo,
you.
and of course, Nowie with us here on New Day.